Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. This is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Libra. If Libra is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. All right, let's see what these tea leaves have for us tonight. And I hope you all are doing well. We're just going into Memorial Day weekend here in the US. So it's kind of, in my mind, like the opener of the summer. This is when all of our pools and things kind of open up and the kids are getting out of school and just a lot of stuff happening. Okay. So I want to take a look at, and I don't know what this cat has, but you don't even see her. She's playing with something. So I apologize for the sound. It sounds like she got some plastic or something. We have the Three of Cups, and this is from the Thoth deck. This is related to abundance. You can see these beautiful cups that look like they're made of pomegranates. They're being filled by these gorgeous lotus flowers that are just kind of pouring out their nectars. The cups are flowing over, and just overall a really beautiful scene. Okay, so a lot happening for you immediately. I think that this is definitely has to do with the heart in some capacity. We have a heart here. It's missing a chunk, but I don't think that that's a bad thing. I don't think that this has just been ripped away. I think that we're in a healing cycle. Okay, I think it is coming back together. I even wonder if these pieces over here are coming together to form the rest of it. I also see we have a little cat kind of sitting on top with the tail. You can see that up close there. And of course, we know cats are very independent, very sassy. As you can hear, my cat is kind of doing whatever she wants to right now. So that's nothing new. So I feel like you are really, everything is kind of coming together for you in these emotional centers. And that's because you've really focused on, on yourself, on doing what you need to do to kind of get over whatever loss has been in the past, whatever hurt that has arisen pertaining to some kind of relationship. It doesn't have to be romantic, but likely it is. And you, through this all, have grown and become wildly independent, I think. So this might be even a relationship that was a long time ago. I mean, you could have been pretty young, but I think that you really have kind of gotten to a place in life where you just kind of do as you feel. And I don't mean recklessly. I just mean you're really intuitive. You're in touch with your environment. You are, you have a lot of wisdom. Okay. I also think that with this card of abundance and kind of looking at this cat that looks like it's kind of gazing upwards, I think that there is this real openness lately. There's a kind of mood or posture of an open heart. I think that you have this kind of accessibility to earthly emotions. And through this openness, you are really kind of allowing your love to flow upwards and downwards. So you are really feeling those higher kinds of love with your spiritual self, with your, relationship with the divine. And that flows up from your heart and then flows back down and fills you with that higher agape, that lasting, beautiful, infinite love. And I think that, this also is a reflection of your own self-love and the love that you have for others. I think in your, in your older years, you're more adult and worldly years, right? We all kind of hopefully start to appreciate this idea of, it's wonderful to be loved, right? But it's so wonderful to love. And it is such a privilege to have people to love. And the act of giving of self becomes almost even more sweeter than, kind of always wanting to have your tank filled with the love, right? Believe me, I know it is nice to be loved. It is nice to be doted over. It is nice to have, nice things said and energies brought your way and that kind of thing. But I think also, I think with that, the passage of life, it really, and I think of this like with grandchildren. And I'm trying to drink my tea over here. I've had, I don't want to make it too loud in the microphone here, but, so I think of this kind of as something with grandchildren where, of course, your grandchildren love you, but oh my gosh, do you love your grandchildren more than anything, until they grow and really can have like a deeper, profound love and understanding. They love you, but it's like, the way that you love them is just so much more complex, right? So that's kind of the dynamic, something like that. I think that as we go, we just appreciate the ability to be in those moments of love and joy and connectedness. Okay, so this one's really interesting to me. We have this, it looks like a bird person. And then over here we have a kind of a person, it almost, to me, looks like a satyr or some kind of goat person. And it looks like they're kind of, the bird person looks like they're kind of holding out a turtle or they're receiving a turtle. And between them, it looks like there's a bird by the mouth, right? So the bird between two people is usually, in my mind, a message, okay, like a messenger bird. And with the turtle, I feel that this is kind of a slowing, to go slowly so you can cultivate something deep and lasting, okay? And so I don't think it super matters what these things are, but I do think that they are kind of representations of aspects of the psyche, of the spiritual representatives in higher places, maybe astral form, dream form, interior world, things like this. So I really think that, your divine connection is really speaking to you, really bringing you important information from the universe, right? I feel like you probably have been going to sleep, or when you're doing some kind of meditation, there's a lot of information coming through. And I think part of the really big message here is to slow down, okay? And to really enjoy how you're feeling, this ability that you have right now to keep your heart really just wide open. I feel like you're in a mode of saying yes to a lot of things. You want to try things. You want to explore the world. You want to, you know, have some fun. But also you're really at ease kind of in your work life. I think that it's not like that, you know, just waking up and another day, you know, hard to get going, just really lamenting the fact that you have to go and do these things. I think that you're just kind of in a good flow. Do you love your work? I don't know, but I think that you're loving your life enough that you're kind of getting through the days, right? And they're going a little bit easier for you. Kind of like when you're in love, right? When you go through those first stages of love, you just, everything seems wonderful, even if it's not. So I think that, you know, you definitely are being told by the powers that be, the guardian angels and spirit and that kind of thing, telling you to kind of slow down, be present in this, enjoy it, soak it up, keep it with you, right? Now, let's see. We also have this one, okay? And it's very phallic. So I think in this symbol, there's a lot of vitality in your life. There's a lot of energy, strength, motivation. You probably are feeling pretty good physically, mentally, emotionally, and definitely spiritually. I think there's a lot of good things happening. It just is a good alignment. See a lot of light, a lot of, you know, just enjoyment. You know, I think that you're in the zone. And I think people are noticing too. I almost kind of think it's like when you've been pregnant for a while and you get out of those first months where it's so uncomfortable. And I apologize, it's the cat again. And then you kind of settle into it, you get that glow, the hormones are going, you know, your hair looks great, you're glowing and hopefully starting to enjoy, you know, the pregnancy and stuff. And people start to notice like, oh, wow, you know, you have this kind of aura around you, very like whole and holistic and earthy, and you know. So I think that there's kind of this vibe, even if you're a man. Listen, I'm just explaining kind of an example that we can all kind of understand. And so I'm trying to think of something. I was trying to think of something else. Going on a vacation where you don't have to do a lot of work and you come back rested. That's the same kind of energy. So let's see. What else do we have here? Okay, so I was looking at this. It looks like a goat. It reminds me of Capricorn because it has this tail on it. So I think that there's also a Capricorn person in your life that's important. They're in this emotional area, but also in the physical space. So I think that, I mean, it feels like this could be maybe a partner, somebody you have a romantic relationship with, or you have had one. And I think, you know, I really think you have a lot of feeling for them. I feel like you really kind of like want to see them, you want to be with them. And it seems like that would be, you know, not a bad idea, really. I don't know the details, but from what I'm looking at, it doesn't look like the worst idea. Let's see. So we also have a 7, and then down here we have another 7. Okay, so we have 3 7s. A lot of 7s lately. I think this is like my 3rd or 4th reading where there were a ton of 7s. So that's important. I want to look at this just... Okay. And we also have a little butterfly here. And I feel like there just really is such a call to service here. I feel like you, with all of this love and energy, I think that a good place to put this as well, on top of, you know, the other things going on, into volunteering, giving your time to others. I think that you just are in a really nurturing mode. I think you really want to motivate other people, even something like coaching or teaching, like a little class, maybe volunteering. I'm in the Northern Hemisphere, it's in the summer, so I'm sure a lot of places have like camps and things. Maybe going and volunteering at like a place where older people live. And I don't know what the proper term is for it. I have to look that up. But a place where older people live, and going and visiting, doing classes with them, maybe, you know, just hanging out with people. But I feel like it's like this nurturing vibe and this real instinct to be kind of really kind of cheering people on, watching them, you know, do the work and evolve themselves. And I think that really feeds into your motivation to keep working on yourself and your life. And it kind of, you know, it keeps you on point. Okay. And I think that that's not a bad thing. I think that when we get into these places where we can have a lot of feelings of joy, bliss, elation, it's wonderful to be able to share that with other people in a constructive situation. Okay. And so come over here. Come on. Back up. Come back up here, silly. All right. So we had the 7 on here. And I get this feeling of just how there's just not like even a smidge of inauthentic energy with you right now. I think that you are just so happy about your interactions, about how your life is in this moment, that you are just fully yourself. And really in a place, in alignment to be manifesting things that you really need and want. So I think, you know, this would be a good time to do some manifestation work. Think about the things that are really important to you and, you know, make those appeals to the universe and write it down on a piece of paper, you know, or whatever you do. Offer it up. And I think that in this place with this energy, the way that it is flowing, I think that this is just a really good opportunity for you. And, all right, TT. All right. And I also see in this plate here, and I'm sorry, this cat, she is scratching me up. Go on. In this plate here, I see it's like a little person. kind of, I get this vision of somebody in kind of like a long hooded kind of cloak, I guess, but like kind of going out into the forest, kind of like Little Red Riding Hood, something like this, like the visual of that. It doesn't have to be red though, like maybe brown or black. And I just kind of get this feeling of if you've ever gone out into a wooded area by yourself, and it's maybe the morning or the middle of the day, early in the afternoon, and the sun's kind of shining through the trees, and you're looking up, and you come into kind of an opening, but there's the canopy of trees up there, and it feels almost like you're in a cathedral. There's something so holy about being surrounded by a million little pieces of leaves and sticks, and you can hear animals. You might not see them, but you can hear them. You can hear the sound of every leaf on every tree kind of dancing a bit, and the sun is trying to peek through. You know, it's dancing. The shadows of it are dancing on the ground, and everything is so vibrant and alive, and you feel so interconnected. And it's just, you know, there's sometimes moments like this, there's nothing that can really compare to it. Very few things anyways. And I feel like this kind of feeling is really flowing through you. So I think it's so important for you to create situations where you can experience this in a very kind of tangible way. And so I think something, you know, like going out, walking, going to a park, if you are privileged enough to be near some kind of, you know, very natural place that that you can have access to and go kind of immerse yourself in it, I think this is a good time to do that as well. So I've given you a lot of kind of ideas for homework stuff. And I think all of these things, I always so enjoy when I get into places where I'm not too tired, and I'm very open to the connection of all, you know, of all things, but to nature, and to be in awe, and just, you know, have little moments of, I don't know, like a little micro awakenings, rememberings, you know, where we kind of fall asleep in our own lives. We go through the motion of things. We're in autopilot, and you know, you wake up in these little moments, and it's so beautiful. And so we must make use, right? All right. I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me. I appreciate you, Libra. If you would be so kind as to like the video, it helps me get into the algorithm, helps us get into the algorithm. We're all together here building this channel up, one person at a time. And I appreciate each and every one of you. If you have not subscribed, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos come out. I do one reading for every sign once a week. So from today to 7 days from now, the next Libra will be coming out, and you can watch your other placements, your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising. You can cross watch. I know a lot of you like to do that. And if you want to leave a comment, I read every single one of them and I appreciate them all. They really speak to my heart, to my soul. Some days when I just really, wonder if I'm doing well with this, if anybody is receiving these messages, if anybody connects to them. I look at some of the comments and I realize that, yeah, there are people out there, and that connection means everything to me. So I want to thank you, Libra. We will talk again very soon. Also, TT says goodnight. She's been in the video quite a bit. All right, thank you.